Paul, is it always nicer to come through the door on a Monday morning after a win?
Oh, always. Your Sunday's always nice, your Monday's always better. Although, in fairness, if we lose or draw or underperform, I have to still come in with the same face, which is obviously an ugly, bald one. But I have to come in with the same face, and as I would be. I'm not trying to be disingenuous. If we lost, look, so what? You're never as bad as you think, you're never as great as you think. You just got to go for the next game, and that's how I address it, really.
I asked you after the game on Saturday about the conversations you were having with players at full time, particularly the one with James Collins, which we caught on the cameras. Sometimes are those the best moments to try and give feedback and reinforce messages?
I don't know if they're the best. It's just I'm sort of bordering on like social awkwardness. It just comes out. I can't hold things in, as you well know, because you interview me and you interview me off camera as well. So I just feel like when I went on, I said, "Oh, that was great. What about that? If he'd have just dropped there, you'd have got the ball." He's like, "Yeah." It's just the fact that it's just in my memory there and then. And when you go and address a team after the game, you're more generic. You're just like, "Look, well done. Enjoy your weekends with your families. Enjoy your time. Thanks so much. Shake everyone's hand. See you Monday." Whereas those little moments with players, and you can thank them individually for a great save, or that tackle I noticed was amazing, and you know, we scored the first goal because Nat listened to how we wanted to press, and he pressed the wide centre half. So those little bits, you can just quickly grab the players and thank them. And then I normally spend the weekend then hassling them with text messages and gifts and things like that. Not gifts as in presents, you know. The young people know what I'm talking about. So that's sort of how I like to manage a group, really.
Have you got a go-to gif?
No, I like to mix it up because I don't like to reuse gifs, because I don't want any of the lads to go, "Gaffer sent me a gif," and they went, and then they feel all sensitive. He sent me that last week. So I try and be really original with my gifs.
You mentioned the first goal there, and thinking back to sort of what you've said before about how you want your side to play, and then looking at the goals from the weekend, you've got a set-piece goal, you've got a couple of goals which are calls from the press. Yeah. Is it easier for you to get your message across to the players when what you are telling them to do and telling them this works then happens on a Saturday? Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's nothing more reinforcing than they feel it themselves. I've just been speaking to Connor in there, and he's saying to me, he won't remember me saying this, I hope, but he was saying to me that that's the best he's felt in a game. He felt like he had more touches in the game. He felt just more comfortable in the game, and like that could be down to numerous things. It could be down to the shape. It could be down to the way we set up. It could be just down to their attitude of like, look, just being a bit braver, you know, being a bit more aggressive. They might be a little bit more conditioned to how we want to play. Before we left here on Saturday, I had a bit of a meeting with the senior pros, the 6-1s, just saying, look, I need you today. I need you to help the younger lads, and I need you to be great, and they were. So, but you're right, today when we do the debrief quickly before the Morecambe, if they can see the benefits of the press and they can see, you know, what everyone wants to win football games, it's a much better way to reinforce. So, yeah, obviously, the fact that, like I said, the Nat one, the Didsy one, never giving up on it, the first contact from the set piece enabled James to score at the far post. Yeah, all them things matter. In the same way, first contacts for defensive free kicks matter as well, and second phases, and we lost them both. So that message will be reinstalled again today. Is there a certain satisfaction when your striker scores from 2 yards out or whatever it was?
For him or for me?
For you, well, for both of you.
For him, great. I mean, I like Colo scoring all the time because he's just so grumpy generally. That cheers him up. So I'm pleased for him, but I'm pleased for him because not that I'm definitely not that guy, but centre forwards do so much work away from goals, and fans sometimes collectively only regard players who score up front as use. So James and Didsy up top. Saturday started our press, you know, demanded everything out of everyone, and that's what made us great. The fact that they both score gives them massive satisfaction as well. So it's a win-win from our point of view. But it's always nice, especially from a set piece, that if you've found a weakness, and Hammy's been doing loads, that I want the lads to realise the importance of every set piece. Because I've said loads of times on the record, you can play rubbish, but you can still win just from a set piece. And in fairness, we limited Bristol Rovers really to set pieces, and that's how they got back in the game. So it really reinforces the importance. But yeah, really pleased for Colo. It's a great feeling when you walk into the building. if you're a centre forward and you score and you just feel like you have the respect of everyone. He's already got his cup off me, because if they score a goal, I get them a cup with their photo on. I didn't get Didsy one though, because in his words, playing against Man City under 12s didn't count, and he was correct, it didn't count. But now he's got a hat-trick, I'm going to have to get him like some super mug that I'm going to have to go and have a look online for in a minute. So yeah, centre forward scoring goals, great for them, great for the team. You know, yeah, there's just no negative on that.
I know you talked after the game about the importance of going on a run and turning 1 win into 2 into 3. And momentum is such a buzzword, particularly in American sport, which I know you're a fan of. Yeah. How do you get that sort of momentum?
Well, the lads get it through their performances, but it's just about trying to reinforce the good things, trying to put the same level of performance on tomorrow night. You need lady luck, you always do. But just that really, trying to show them where we can improve. So there's a few things, as always, that didn't please me Saturday where we need to tighten up on. And then it's just about them performing, feeling free, feeling positive, feeling invincible. That is a big part of it. And that's what back-to-back wins get you. So like at the moment, our position, you know, 7th is okay, I suppose. Not for me, but okay. But the teams at the top just get wins even when they don't play well, really, I think. And it just becomes like second nature that I want the lads to feel, and how long it takes us to get there, I don't know. But that when they leave the dressing room, like, this is a game we're going to win. So I think we've tried to address and they played well before, tried to address it away from home. So when we leave the dressing room tomorrow night, look, this isn't a game that we've come to grab a point and keep the ball and be nice. It's a game that we come here to win. And there's many different ways to win. I just think we've been a bit more aggressive in recent games, which helps. You have to be aggressive on set pieces, and it has to hurt. Winning hurts. I said to the lads after the game, they looked exhausted, but look, not winning is easy. I could still play if I didn't want to win, but winning is hard, and the lads are coming to terms with that, I think, hopefully. And like you say, if we can go and win tomorrow night, then it takes us into a month of Phileas fog, but where we can pick up points and then come back and have a good December. But it is about, you just got to try and average 2 points a game. That's how I see it. If you average 2 points a game over the season, you are right up there. And at the moment, we're short of that for many different reasons. But hopefully, we can start performing at a level where we can do it.
Any big decisions to make ahead of tomorrow?
Well, obviously, Connor's out suspended. So that's sort of my not massive decision. I've got a couple of options there. Might need to see how Nat is today. I'm not too sure how he is. He was a bit tired at the weekend. So, and the thing is, the way we play and the way I want to play, it's just you have to gas out. It's just about if you can recover, and that's when, you know, you need your strength in depth, and you need other people to play in the same position. So with Tom being out at the moment, it's not ideal. I thought Dobbs done well, by the way, on the left, and I thought, yeah, if I could, I'd probably swap a Nat for a Tom tomorrow. I wouldn't take any unnecessary risks, but unfortunately at the moment, yeah, we're a bit limited. So yeah, not many major decisions to make, but we'll see how they all are when they come in.
And you mentioned it already, you're about to embark on this road swing through the month of November. Does that bring any specific different challenges for you?
Not really, just more the fact of managing them as men and not as like assets and footballers. They're like people. So I still need to try and get them time with their families. I still need to try and get as much time in their own beds as I can. And I need to keep them as psychologically happy as possible, because, you know, happy, motivated people work better than people who think all they do is sit on the bus for, you know, days on and days. And I appreciate all the fans who will travel, and I've had it before where I said it in a previous interview and fans had a go at me going, well, you're just sitting there on a bus. Well, that is true. We are just sitting there on a bus. We're not actually, it's not Flintstones that we're like, you know, using our legs to power it. But with the footballers, it's just the sleep patterns and all that. That's the problem. The eating times, the sleep patterns, it affects your training schedule. Trying to get all that as smooth as you can is difficult. It is difficult. Plus you're playing, because of like a couple of cup games this month. I mean, it's complete extremes, isn't it? In fairness to Torquay, you're playing Torquay 1 week, and then 2-3 days later you're playing Liverpool. It just doesn't make any sense. So to try and get people to recover, the travelling, the different sort of opposition you're having, there's a lot more questions to you, and that's when, if ever, you need like a good 20 fit. That is when you need it. So Hopefully we might be able to get like 90 back soon. It feels like he's sort of getting closer. Tom, every time I tell him, says he's close, but he said that since the minute he done it. So I'm not too sure he knows his own body or not. But hopefully we're getting them closer, and hopefully we can trickle them into the month, which will make it easier for everybody. But that's my biggest issue, and including myself, by the way. I don't want to be on a motorway all the time. I want to spend time with my wife and family and my dog. So yeah, it's just trying to get that balance where you're into work and you don't begrudge it. You just want to train hard, you know, rest, and then get ready for the game, play hard, rest, spend some time with your family, get away from football, because if you live it every day, it becomes too much. And with the winter months, it's dark at 4 o'clock. It soon becomes a chore, and you don't want it to become a chore. You want it to feel like, look, we are living, and that's what I want the lads to feel like.